1970s, forest fires ran through California, causing serious injuries, death, and land destruction. Investigations ensued immediately, and it was discovered that the emergency response problems were most likely caused from inadequate management systems. This need was recognized and thus created what is known today as the Incident Command System. The Incident Command System is a standardized management tool for meeting the demands of small or large emergency or non-emergency situations. It may be used for planned events, natural disasters, and acts of terrorism. The design of the system is to enable effective and efficient management by integrating a combination of facilities, equipment, personnel, procedures, and communications operating within a common organizational structure. The system can be viewed from the top down with the incident commander. As an incident commander, you run the show and are responsible for delegating all personnel after creating an incident action plan with input of your staff's expertise. When an institution is notified of an incident, you must clearly establish the command system. Institutions like your hospital have to be able to ensure clear authority and knowledge, guarantee the safety of staff and patients, and establish priorities. They must also approve all types of requests and stay on track with the incident action plan. Communication is a key aspect of running an incident command center, also known as Emergency Operations Center. So by talking to all the necessary personnel and obtaining every bit of information possible will help to maintain a cooperative, efficient Emergency Operations Center. The key players under the Incident Commander are as follows. The Public Information Officer. They must determine any limits on information given by the Emergency Operations Center. Develop accessible and timely information for use by the hospital staff and in press and media briefings. The Safety Operations Officer. They are in charge of identifying and mitigating hazardous situations for staff visitors and patients. Assistants and additional staff. They support the fulfillment of the Incident Action Plan. Typically, they are only needed in large situations to help manage heavy workloads. The Operations Chief is responsible for managing all tactical operations at an incident. This may include supervision of execution of operations. Think of it as getting the job done and assuring safety of tactical operations. Planning Section Chief. They collect all resources and information available, evaluate it, and process the information to develop action plans. They also prepare for the future and the long haul. Logistics Chief. Provides incident support to all in need and makes it possible to get the job done. They are responsible for facilities, transportation, communications, supplies, equipment maintenance and fueling, food services, and all out-of-hospital resources. It is very important to keep the standard titles to limit the confusion it may cause to other outside agencies and contributors. When you check into the Emergency Operations Center, all responders, regardless of agency affiliation, must report to receive an assignment. Each person involved will be assigned to one supervisor. Make sure you know who to report to and don't revert away from the chain of command. This will put the response at risk due to possible gaps in communication. All participants are expected to use good judgment and take responsibility for their actions. Supervisors must be able to adequately control their subordinates, as well as communicate with and manage all resources under their supervision. They must also record and report resource status changes as they occur. A good benefit of having an Emergency Operations Center is that it is very flexible and does not have to be a strict form of management. It can be expanded easily from a small size to a large scale to handle catastrophes. As information comes into the center, there must be a clear system for the collection, analysis, and sharing of it. There is an easy way to look at the process as it occurs. First, an incident or event will occur. Notifications will go out to the proper staff and, as needed, to the hospital as a whole. There is an initial response by the command staff, and planning begins for management decisions. Different meetings will then take place. First is the objective meeting. This is to establish all incident objectives. Command and General Staff meeting. This is to provide immediate direction that cannot wait until the planning process is completed. Tactics meeting. This will determine how the selected strategy from the operations chief will be accomplished, and resources will be assigned to implement such tactics. Planning meeting. The command and general staff will validate the operational plan as proposed by the operations section chief. After these meetings, the incident action plan is prepared and will go through approval. The plan is a series of forms that explain the incident commander's intentions and direction from the operations section. Following is the operations period briefing. Here, the incident action plan is presented to supervisors of tactical resources. Lastly, the plan will be executed and assessed as it progresses. The operations section will direct the implementation of the plan. Over the course of time, the plan is evaluated at different stages, from development to implementation. The operations section chief may make adjustments to ensure that all objectives are met and effectiveness is assured. Having an emergency operations center is very important during unusual events. It has proven to be a driving force in the success of implementing management skills and roles in a disaster situation. It helps keep order and communication in a smooth line with a chain of command. If a real disaster occurs, it will help keep the responders on track to a successful mission.